For half the season, it would have been very hard to argue that the Dallas Cowboys had any business playing in the NFL's postseason. The offense produced, but the defense was among the worst in the league, and embarrassing losses to Chicago, Denver, Carolina, and even the Cardinals piled up. But since the team was remade at the trade deadline, it's looked much different in Dallas. There was a dominant win over the lowly Raiders. Then there was a magical comeback against the defending champ Eagles. And now, on Thanksgiving, there is the 31-28 victory over Kansas City, a win that brings Dallas to 6-5-1 and, according to the Athletics playoff predictor, gives them a 24% chance to land in the NFL's postseason tournament. Having beaten last year's two Super Bowl contestants, team owner and general manager Jerry Jones said that not only do the Cowboys have a path to the playoffs, but that if they should make it, none should call them phonies. They'll have earned it the hard way. Cowboys deserve to be there in playoffs. Jones met with reporters in the bowels of the Cowboys' home stadium on Thursday, holding a turkey leg and smiling broadly. "We got Detroit coming up this week," Jones said when talking about the playoffs. "We can think a lot more about it, more so from the team and the way we're playing than I do the job we've got ahead of us relative to wins and losses. The way this team is playing, I think we've got a team that can sustain this and then, if we get a shot at it, deserve to be there." Jones was asked, too, whether he's seen a two-game stretch so impressive as this one, given that the team had beaten back-to-back Super Bowl contestants. Said Jones, "Under the circumstances, I haven't. I don't remember a better job. 2 games back-to-back at home. Kansas City had a nice crowd here. And so it was really important to us to play the way we did." Best overall effort from Cowboys in 2025. The Cowboys had as complete an effort as they've put up all season against the Chiefs, starting with 27 for 39 passing for 320 yards and 2 touchdowns by Dak Prescott. Both star receivers, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, took turns carrying the offense, and the running game provided 137 yards on 26 carries. The defense struggled to contain Patrick Mahomes, but came through with big plays when it needed to, holding the Chiefs to 5 for 13 on third downs and sacking Mahomes 3 times. Prescott was not sacked in the game. With 452 yards of offense to 362 for Kansas City, it was a strong Cowboys performance. "I'll say this, we're playing good teams," Jones said. "We're playing really good. We're playing good on both sides of the ball, really. I feel good about where we are compared to where we were. We're playing teams that are hard to beat and don't go easy, as you can see. What a thrill to compete at this level. I can't say enough about how our defense has been shaping up." 2 Kansas City Chiefs players just received serious punishments from the NFL for their on-field actions against the Indianapolis Colts on November 23rd, and more discipline is likely on the way for events that took place against the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. Defensive end Ashton Gillotte, a third-round rookie out of Louisville, lined up quarterback Dak Prescott on a play during the second quarter of the Chiefs-Cowboys matchup on Thursday. Prescott released the football, and the tape clearly shows Gillotte slamming into the quarterback well after he threw the pass. Should this have been a flag for roughing the passer? Dak was asking for one. Prescott implored the referees to penalize Gillotte for the hit, though they chose not to throw a flag. Thus, there was no in-game penalty. But that doesn't mean that Gillotte won't face a financial reprimand from the NFL Office of Game Day Accountability. The league considers late hits under the definition of unnecessary roughness, which can come with a serious fine ranging from mid-4 figures to low 5 figures. The penalty can fall anywhere across a wide range of dollar amounts based on several factors, including past on-field behavior. Should the NFL decide to fine Gillotte, it will announce the decision on Saturday, December 6th. League levied fines against Chiefs players Trent McDuffie, Kingsley Suamataia for actions against Colts in Week 12. The league dinged 2 other Chiefs on Saturday for plays they made in the team's 3-point win over the Colts in Week 12. Offensive tackle Kingsley Suamataia must pay $8,108 for a blindside block he made on cornerback Shavarius Ward in the 4th quarter of that contest. "I was scared," Ward said after the game. "I was nervous that if I got up I would start stumbling, and I'd probably be out for the season if something like that had happened. So I laid on the ground a little bit, kind of gained my composure. And luckily, I kind of just got the wind knocked out of me." The NFL also slapped Chiefs cornerback Trent McDuffie with a fine of $11,593 for a face mask he committed during the first quarter. Chiefs face uphill battle to earn playoff spot in AFC after loss to Cowboys. Worse than fines or penalties, the Chiefs now face a struggle to earn a playoff spot in the AFC. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who has never failed to earn a spot in at least the conference championship game since he became the starter in 2018, addressed the uphill battle his team faces with a record of 6-6 and 5 contests left to play. "I mean, our ceiling is playing in the Super Bowl," Mahomes said after the loss to Dallas. "We've got all the same guys and we added players. But at the end of the day, you've got to go out and do it every single week. We can beat anybody, but we've shown that we can lose to anybody," Mahomes continued. "So, we've got to be more consistent. It starts with me being consistent throughout the entire game, not in just big moments." 7 teams make the playoffs from each conference, and Kansas City is currently number 9 in the AFC with a 39% chance of reaching the postseason, according to NFL.com. It took some time, but the Dallas Cowboys are finally firing on all cylinders. America's team's recent moment was extended on Thanksgiving with a huge win over the Kansas City Chiefs, which has left Cowboys fans feeling a lot more confident about the franchise's end-of-season outlook. The recent turnaround is garnering attention across the country, and even a former Dallas cornerback can't help but take notice. Following the Cowboys' upset win against the Chiefs, ex-Dallas CB Stephon Gilmore hopped on social media to make it clear that he's still keeping tabs on his former team. "If the Cowboys get in the playoffs, they will win the Super Bowl, mark my word," Gilmore wrote on Thursday evening. Although that could be a case of Gilmore simply wanting to cheer on his old teammates, it wouldn't be surprising if he's also angling for a reunion in Dallas. Gilmore, 35, is one of the top available free agents at this point in the 2025 NFL season. He made it clear back in July, via CBS Sports' Cody Nagel, that he wanted to play this season. However, that desire hasn't translated into putting pen to paper. He's still a free agent at the end of November, meaning he's running out of time if he still wants to play this year. Cowboys should be open to a Stephon Gilmore reunion. If Gilmore is truly angling for a reunion, the Cowboys should consider it. Dallas' defensive play, especially in the secondary, has been all over the place this season, and adding a known commodity to the unit could help this close to the postseason. Gilmore was solid during his lone season with the Cowboys back in 2023, amassing 54 total tackles, 13 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble while finishing with solid Pro Football Focus grades for coverage, 72.3, and overall defense, 74.4. With the trade deadline nearly a month in the past, reuniting with Gilmore is likely the Cowboys' best shot at bolstering their CB situation before the playoffs. Trayvon Diggs is still working to return from his concussion, while Kalen Carson missed Week 13 with a hamstring injury, and Josh Butler is still on the physically unable to perform (PUP) list, highlighting how an extra hand in the secondary would be more than welcome. Given that he's missed the first 13 weeks of the season, Gilmore would likely be signed to the Cowboys' practice squad if there is mutual interest. That way, Dallas can work on getting him back into game shape to potentially enter the mix in time for the playoffs. With 5 games remaining on the schedule as the NFC's number 9 seed as of Friday afternoon, his experience as a former Super Bowl champion could go a long way in closing the gap. The perception surrounding the Cowboys has completely flipped in the last few weeks, proven by Gilmore's faith that a Super Bowl can be won. Whether that's what he truly believes or it's his way of angling for a signing, a potential reunion with the former NFL Defensive Player of the Year should be on the Cowboys' radar, especially if it's what they need to extend their campaign come January.